You're watching Influencers. I'm Abha.
And I'm Devna. We bring you fresh insights
From impactful people
with impactful content.
Enjoy.
So how do you define yourself? Are you a blogger, a fashion influencer, a designer, an Instagrammer? What is it that defines you the most?
Well, we go as influencers, but I think with House of Misu, we do a lot more than just that. Even just being an influencer, you're kind of an editor, a model, a writer, photographer, videographer. You end up doing everything at some point or the other. But with what we do, we've gone from styling to designing to doing collaborations with big brands like Bobbi Brown and Shazay, to traveling the world to cover, certain events like a journalist would, So I think a lot of things come under our banner, and that's why we go by a company named House of Misu, because it sort of allows us to do whatever we want.
How many Instagram followers do you have?
So we have over 130,000 now.
And how long did it take to build it up to this much?
Well, we started out 8 years ago, and we've never bought a single follower in our lives. Also, we curate our followers. We're very careful about the kind of followers we attract, because we are favored towards like the aspirational and the more luxury brands. So we need to also ensure that our followers sort of meet that same level of interest.
And how did you and your friend, your best friend, decide to start this business? You and your partner.
That's a good question. So we actually have a journal from school where we've written, where you kind of graduate from the primary section and you write notes to each other saying, this is what I want to do when I grow up. Well, we've written we want to work together in fashion and have our own bachelor pad. It's actually a fact. We called my accountant, we registered our company, and her sister drew out our very first logo by hand, and we started. As I said, we started as stylists, created our own in-house label, and then got into personal styling and blogging.
And you didn't enjoy the personal styling?
I love the personal styling. I did not love the celebrity styling. Personal styling is amazing. We still do it. I still style brides. We do bridal styling, now season, so it's been very hectic for us. And we style regular women. So we do very Trini and Susanna. We do your wardrobe overhauls. We come and we help you create a new wardrobe if you've got a new job, or you're recently getting married, or you need help with your trousseau. So we still do that. We love it. Just not celebrity styling.
Why tolerate tantrums when you're not?
Oh God, no.
Why make someone else the boss?
I don't throw tantrums, so I don't expect to have to tolerate someone else's.
Right. So, what was your inspiration, and who was your inspiration? Because this sounds like a very international concept. I don't think it's succeeded to this extent in India yet.
I think the reason why we haven't really peaked as intensely as they have internationally is because the people who are heading the marketing on the higher levels here, a lot of them don't understand it yet. They themselves haven't reached that point of accepting social media as the heart of marketing now. Yeah. Whereas abroad, every single person knows the importance of an influencer. Every brand, every event you go to, they have separate budgets for influencers and their bloggers. Here, we're still waiting to get to that level.
Is blogging big here?
It's growing at a pretty fast pace. It's not as big as it should be, or as big as it is abroad, as I just said, but it's definitely growing at a fairly fast rate. So what we did is, when we started out, we were earning through our styling gigs and our in-house label. But soon after that, when we started getting approached to put brands on our platforms, we realized that as our followers grow, we can start putting numbers to this. So we created a sort of scale for ourselves, saying once we hit this number, we'll up our price to this. Once we hit this number, we'll up our price to this. So now where we are, we have a media kit, we have our prices listed, which we send out to the brands when they get in touch with us. So that's basically how you should do it.
And how many brands do you endorse?
We have ongoing collaborations with 15, 20, I guess.
15, 20 brands.
Yeah, I know that in a day I have to discuss or post or reply to at least 15, 20. So also we have to keep ourselves constantly updated with all the new developments in social media, because it's literally growing at the speed of light. You know, suddenly Instagram has Insta stories, and suddenly Twitter is no longer as relevant, or Snapchat has these new ways where you can create your own Snapchat icon, which helps other people follow you if they tag it. So there's a lot of these things that are constantly happening, which might seem extremely overwhelming for laymen. But for people who are in the industry, you have to understand it, you have to embrace it, and you have to learn how to make it work for you. So unfortunately, we're not very good at Snapchat, but we're excellent at Insta Story. So, you know, like, you kind of find what works well for you and you use that. I would suggest, like, you shouldn't try to do everything. Definitely understand everything, make sure that you know how to use it, but find what works best for you, what you're good at, and stick to that.
So describe 2 or 3 major collaborations that have worked out very well for you.
Wow. Well, I did an amazing collaboration with Bobby Brown, where we created a curated gift box called the Misu Box of Love. We did Paris Fashion Week with MAC, which was great because I got to sit front row at Elie Saab and go backstage at Elie Saab and Giambattista Valli. So we do a lot with like Payal Singhal. We do a lot with exhibitions and things where, of course, only the brands that we love. We do a lot with Gaurav Gupta, with Tarun Talyani. So yeah, we love working with Indian designers. I wouldn't want that to stop ever. And one ongoing one right now we're doing with Shazay, which is the first of many to come, I hope, where we're creating our own Misu collection with Shazay, and it's basically like beautiful wearable jewelry.
Brands must be approaching you now also that need facelift and need like a younger, more sort of cool portion.
Because we also work with some brands on a consultation basis, where we help them sort of angle their brand in ways that work for the new age.
And what's your target? What is the age group of the people that follow you?
So according to my insights, from about 18 to 35 is our target audience. We don't really go much lower than that. That's what makes us different from a lot of the other influencers. They are sort of focusing more on the younger, 14 to 16, 14 to 20 sort of demographic. And I think our audience is primarily the female, obviously, and in either like Bangalore, Delhi or Mumbai.
What is the long-term plan or the 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself? What are you looking to build?
So our long-term plan is reaching a point where we don't need to always have our faces as the brand. The brand speaks for itself. So that's why we chose House of Misu. We wanted to be like a one-stop shop for everything chic to do with lifestyle, food, fashion, beauty, travel, skincare, everything. So brick and mortar store, international presence on the websites and in people's homes, hopefully. And we don't have to be as hands-on as we would be now, so we'd get funding, we'd really grow the brand, and hopefully sky is not the limit.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this interview, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The links are on the bottom of your screen. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Simply type in influencers and our names and follow us there.
Bye.